Hi friends, welcome back. So a couple people have been asking about what do I think about the Rekieta law situation. If you don't know, that's a YouTube channel, and the guy who runs the channel recently has been arrested. One of the issues that I guess it became popular during the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp trial thing. The guy's a lawyer, so he just gave a whole bunch of legal YouTube, etc. I think he's also popular among right-wing circles and has like a Rumble account also. Regards to the details of the arrest, I took a look at it. It looked like the police showed up. They found cocaine there. They found ketamine. They also, I guess, are charging him with endangering their children because he's married and has kids. And I guess his wife's involved in this stuff as well. And then I read a report too there's like scars on his arms. It looks like drug use. I'll just say this stuff is serious. And unfortunately, it affects all walks of life. It's not just poor people, it's not just rich people, it's all walks of life. And also, unfortunately too, this is a widespread problem in the USA. I talk about this stuff a lot in my book, guys. I don't talk about it all the time on the channel because it's difficult to talk about these things in an honest way. And also too, you have to use a lot of language that doesn't necessarily match the guidelines of YouTube. You guys understand what I'm saying? We're talking about substance abuse and these kind of things. But I mention these things because when we talk about, your financial health, your physical health, your mental health, it's all connected. And part of the problem that we face right now on social media is you have, how can I say, people out there that haven't really had the experience of leading young people or being role models for young people, or don't even think about said things. If you guys follow the channel, you'll know that I was a professor for about 10 years, and even before that, I used to teach science camps. I used to also work with Bill Nye the Science Guy. I've worked with kids, I worked with high school students, I worked with college age, and also to graduate level, which would be, working professionals. And in all of these environments, like the more experience you get with it, at least from my perspective, is you realize that the impact that you have on people and the importance of setting a good role model. Not everyone thinks this way. If you look at the tech space, and we talk about, say, Musk or a lot of these kind of CEOs, they, come out of college and then they, get lucky, and it's just real. They just get lucky. Some sort of angel investor comes in, gives them millions of dollars, and then suddenly they're managing a bunch of people and they have no training in said thing, and all they're ever used to is popcorn late at night and coding and Gatorade and that kind of thing. And there's a lot of YouTubers that kind of fall in that category as well. Like the sort of new responsibilities and lots of new money fall on your lap, and so the first thing you do is you then, say in the Musk situation, go out and you buy a McLaren, right? And then you crash the thing. And I'm not making this up, that's what he did. In terms of like the Rekieta law, I think it's the same kind of thing. And I don't know exactly what's going on in his childhood or personal life or his marriage, these kind of stuff, but I do think it's important to address these issues because few people do. In our social media world, everyone just wants to be said person, not necessarily like, talk about the ethics or the problems involved with when you're involved with substances. I think one of the things that I want you guys to understand as well is when we talk about financial health, it's not just about the flashy stuff, right? A good example, and I mentioned before on the channel, is something like Warren Buffett. If the guy wanted to, he could go out and buy like 1 million Lambos. He probably could, 1 million Lambos, right? Or I don't know that many, but a lot of Lambos, right? He could fill his whole parking lot in front of his house with Lambos everywhere, right? All day, every day, Lambos there, Lambos everywhere. He could buy 20 houses, and in fact, he doesn't. He drives a decent car, right? I think it's like a $100,000 car, something like that, like a Cadillac. Maybe it's 80,000 or whatever. And actually, I got to run across and get across the road here. But he's lived in the same house for years. I think he bought his house in like 1964, something like that. Same house. If you look at the clothes he wears, pretty modest. And we all know he's got money, and so he doesn't really have the need to like show it off or do these kind of things. For some people. And this goes back to, say, the Meet Kevin video I just made where he's drinking on camera, this kind of stuff. How can I say, they have a deep inner problem that they got to work out with themselves. And it could, I don't know their particular problems, I'm not in their inner circle, but there's something not right with them to where they look to do other things, be it substance or you know, the things to impress people or try to impress themselves or whatever, right? And I just tell you guys, it's not healthy. I went through this stuff when I was young, you know, and I had a lot of sort of, what's the right word to say, self-esteem issues, stuff like that. And this happens to everyone when they're young, right? Some people don't actually ever grow out of it. It's something that you carry with you for years. You know, I can't solve everyone's problem overnight. You know, I can't solve your problem with one video. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you're ever facing any challenges, any of you out there, don't think you're the only one facing said things, and don't think it's like impossible. Whatever you need to do to get your life in the right path. First you have to realize that there is a problem, and also too, you have to understand that you need to separate yourself from whatever people are enabling you to keep pursuing that destructive lifestyle. We make joke about the Musk situation. We make joke about Musk, and Musk is a funny example because the guy's so rich, right? The guy's like really rich. Who doesn't know that? And the issue is, it's obvious. Like you're just on this path to self-destruction the same way like the Rekieta law or the Meet Kevin guys. Like it's obvious, right? When you can't control yourself with your little Twitter fingers or stuff like that, or you're doing substances, or you're having destructive relationships, right? Divorce after divorce after divorce, and this happens to a lot of these kind of people. Or you have friends around you that they're just around you because they like your money. They don't really care about you. They're just like, okay, just as long as you pay me my salary, I'll let you do whatever drugs and whatever in your private life, etc. But for those of you who have people in your lives that are on some sort of substance, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you really want to help your friend, you say something, right? And they may not like you if you do. You may even know the solutions already. I'll just tell you guys, in my particular family, this is my Vietnamese side, and if you follow my channel, I reconnected with them after 48 years, so I thought I lost them and reconnected, and I write about this in my book, and it's uncomfortable topics. When I met with them, a lot of them have a lot of problems, like deep problems. One member's addicted to substances. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but some of the family members think that he should go to a monastery, to be a monk, so you can completely detox, that kind of stuff. Some family members don't think so, etc. And it's really tough because, some people just don't want to admit that there's a real problem. And so that's sort of why there's discussions and arguments about said thing, because if you admit there's a problem, maybe they feel like then there's a problem with you, right? Like you admit that, oh, we can't take care of it within the family or stuff like that. And I'm just telling you guys some personal experiences because, I understand this stuff is just real. I think the other issue becomes an issue is when these people have kids and you're spreading the psychological problems, right, through generation. And this is where I think really, unfortunately, outside members, you need to come in and think, hey, we got to think about what's best for the kids here. Because there's some people out there that they need to work on cleaning themselves up first before they can even have a successful marriage or be a successful parent. And do I have answers to that? No, absolutely not. It's really tough, and everyone's situation is going to be different. But the reason why I'm mentioning these things is that you have to really, be honest with yourself and the people around you, and do you want to solve said problems? My particular family situation, I don't even like to talk about it with them because, and I'm in a different environment completely. I'm in a completely another country. I hadn't really grew up with these people. I can't speak to their childhoods or the bad things that they had gone through. I just know that for me, I was able finally to conquer my demons, right? I know I mentioned my book again, but I write about this stuff. This is what I write about. Because when people ask me about these things, it's like I don't ever think you feel hopeless and feel like there's no solution. That there can be, and to be honest with you, most people don't actually make it out of their original circumstances, and it's it doesn't mean it's impossible. I'm just saying, but most people don't do it for whatever reason. It's the same. It's like how can I give a simple solution to that? It's kind of like, for people say who are having struggling with their diet, you already know the answer. You got to eat healthy, right? But for whatever psychological reason, right, or physical reason, however you want to say it, some people can't control themselves, and it's the same situation with drug abuse or whatever. But I think the thing that I think about, and I want you to think about as well, is you have to really dig deep down and think about, okay, what is the underlying issue that is causing me to have self-esteem problems, to where I have to, look to do substances or other things in order to feel happy, right? There's something wrong there. I know that in social media today, like, people make you feel like you have to have the Lambos, and you have to be dancing on a boat all the time, right, in order to show that you're successful, etc. And it's unhealthy and strange. For me, and I try to demonstrate with you guys, and the videos aren't that popular, but it's whatever. I do it because it makes my wife and I happy. For us, it's going out to coffee and watching the ocean and having free time. That is like the happiest thing ever, right? Sure, we can go out and get the Lambo, but then I'm stressing about, I gotta pay insurance for the Lambo, I gotta fix the Lambo, I gotta, figure out where to park the Lambo, all that stuff is just stressing me out too much. And I think the overall lesson I want you guys to be thinking about this is that whatever choices you make in your life, is figure out how you can have a sustainable lifestyle, right? Have a lifestyle that, doesn't stress you out too much, keeps you comfortable, keeps you in a situation to where you can take care of your kids, take care of your spouse, take care of your partner, and also too, take care of yourself. And it starts back to that first thing. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone. So take whatever time you need and do whatever you need to do to do that. And sometimes for some people, you need to make major changes in your life in order to fix whatever problem. I can't solve all your problems overnight, but I can tell you that, from my point of view, that's why I try to show up every day with a smile and just be a real person. There's too many people out there nowadays that everything's highly edited, highly scripted. It's all fake. Moreover, with the rise of AI, you're going to have an increasing amount of fakeity out of there. Is that a word, fakeity? And I hope you guys understand my point of view on these things. When people ask me about, say, what do you think about the Rekieta law person? My point of view is on this is take care of your mental health, physical health, and be part of a community that is there to support you and tell you things you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear. The last thing you need in your life for those kind of people is enablers that just let you continue on the destructive path. Unfortunately, though, we live in a world where many people, it's like, well, as long as you pay me, I'll keep my mouth shut, and you keep doing whatever drugs you need to do to, that you'd like and have fun. But I choose not to be around those kind of people or live that kind of lifestyle, because it's not sustainable, it's not healthy, and it's not good for you or anyone around you. So that's my thoughts on this stuff. Please be careful out there, guys. And honestly, I do appreciate you every day come back to the channel and understanding sort of why we have the community that we do. And I'll keep working hard and hanging out with you all. So thanks again, everyone, and I'll catch you on the next video.